Welcome back to Daytime Blue Ridge. We are live and on location today to help celebrate the 90th anniversary of Am Ryan's. Now we're going to turn to all things important. We've talked about the jewelry. We've talked about the formal wear. Now let's get to the important stuff and talk about the wine. Am Ryan's Wine Cellars is a Virginia family-owned and operated estate-grown winery specializing not in wine from the Italian influence, but German influence.
And look at this display right next to me. Isn't this lovely? I want to ask Joe to get a nice shot of this because wouldn't this look nice, you know, on Christmas morning?
Well, the only way that would look nicer is if it were open.
That's true, right, and poured.
That would look nicer if it were open and poured.
But I like the little red boxes next to the wine. Isn't that lovely? But their wines have won numerous awards and are considered to be some of the finest on the East Coast, with over 15 wines in classic styles of both reds and whites, and in their own exclusive blends. Am Ryan's tempts every palate. Joining us now to tell us more is Russ Am Ryan. Welcome to the show, Russ.
Good morning. How are you?
Very, very good.
Good to have you, brother.
So tell us what led you to start a winery.
And tell us the truth.
Oh, wow. You want the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we know.
Well, actually, my wife and I got into the wine drinking or indulging several years before we actually decided to open up a winery. And we traveled throughout the state of Virginia. We've been to California. We've been to Europe. We've been to these other places. And we really like the atmosphere that we actually get in these wineries. And with the help of some of the Virginia wineries, we actually decided that what we would do is we would put in 150 plants to start off with, and we would play with it, you know. So we did, and of course, myself being in agriculture for many years, I really liked the idea of planting grapes and growing grapes and taking the harvest and producing wines. So, that being said, I couldn't stand with just 150 plants. The next year we planted 3,000. The next year we planted 5,000. Now we have over 23,000 different plants.
Wow.
And 40 acres, 45 acres. We grow 20 different varieties. And I tell you what, it is the best business in the world to be in. If we drink our mistakes, if there is any, and we, of course, have the awards that back it up on our quality. And that's the Am Ryan tradition, is quality, quality, quality.
And you said something earlier to me that I thought was interesting. You don't have anyone leave you disappointed or upset?
No. They walk into the tasting room, and it's unbelievable. You know, they may find somebody that they can complain to about a particular bottle of wine, so they'll put it up on the counter and say, this wine is not good. And of course we taste it and say, oh yes, it's corked. You know, it's tainted. So we'll just give you another one. So we pull another bottle of wine, put it on the counter, and they're just as happy as they could possibly be. And the next thing you know, they bought a case of wine, you know.
Well,
so how can that be?
Speaking of the wines, you've got some new wines, right?
Oh yes, oh yes. We have just finished our 2011 Pinot Grigio.
Is that here?
And that is here.
Okay.
And then the next wine that we have not released yet, but hopefully we will get label approval from TTB and be able to release that in the next couple days. And that is our Cloud 9. And Cloud 9 is a very, very unusual bottle of wine. It's actually fermented. The first fermentation is fermented the way you would wine. The second fermentation is the way you would beer. So it actually has a wine-beer combination. It's the first in the whole state of Virginia and possibly the first in the whole country to actually produce wine this way. And it actually gives you a nice sparkly wine, so it's zesty.
Oh.
It's got CO2 captured into the wine itself. So when you pour it, it's like a bubbly.
Okay.
And it works out very well. And the yeast is still inside the bottle, which actually allows it to age and age and age. So it will last for years and years and years. It's very interesting.
All right.
I'm excited about it. Very,
Absolutely.
very excited about it.
We don't have a lot of time, but I did want to mention you're located on top of Bent Mountain and you host a lot of events yearly,
yes,
don't
we
you?
do. Our special events is Friday Nights Under the Stars, where we pair food and wines together. That's done in the spring and summer of the year. And it's a great event. We sell out every week. It's on Friday nights. It starts at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and goes until 10 o'clock at night.
All right, Russ.
Fantastic.
We are
Thank
out
you.
of time. Thank you
Yes,
for that.
sir.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.